this is a Bitcoin replacement potentially. Whereas like for ETH, you have AVAX, like I said, you have Solana. I mean, there's just so many Algorand, like I mean, these Cardano, like those are kind of dead almost, not to some extent, but they're there and people use
And
them. So I don't know.
the stable coins, they're on ETH.
The big ones, yeah, the big ones for sure. But again, it's just
The stable coins, they're on ETH blockchain.
mhm. I agree, but I don't fundamentally see why the
Yeah,
price
the
of
big
ETH
ones. So
will
it's very
up
important.
if there's more stable coins on ETH. You know what I mean? Looks like Jad dropped off. Like, what's the ETH market cap now? It's got to be 600 billion, 700. Yeah, it's about 590.
Or either
Um,
of you guys considering selling and then buying back, considering September is, historically
no,
tends to be a down month?
no. I don't do that. I just sell when I want to sell, when I think something is like too frothy or just don't want to
Yeah.
hold it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Um, because the problem is, like, say I sell ETH, right? It goes to 57. I'm like, oh my god, like, bro, it's about to go to 10, like,
Yeah, right. Oh,
and I
okay.
could buy that and just now I F myself because not only did I
Yeah.
pay capital gain, now I'm even,
You're out of
now
it. Now you don't know when to
now
jump back in. Now
but
you're
even if I but even like think about it this way, this is the big thing for me. Like, say I buy ETH at whatever, say I sell it at 4,800, right? And tomorrow
Mhm.
goes to 45 and I buy
Yeah.
it tomorrow, and then 6 months later it's at 10,000. I kind of have to sell at 10,000, but now the problem is I'd be paying short-term gains instead of
Mm.
long-term gains,
Right.
like
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
for for like, almost a decade.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fair.
so that's why I don't really go in and out like that, and
Yeah.
amongst other reasons.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's assuming, I'm planning on paying taxes on that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if it doesn't apply to you or whatever, it doesn't matter.
We
The
never
tax
know.
part.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It
And
was
this,
crazy today when I was like, I tuned into Powell's speech this morning, and it was just like it was just awesome, just seeing everything rip like right as he was talking. It was like, but I know that you started doing the wheel strategy. Are you doing that for anything else or just Apple right now?
no, honestly, I went a little crazy last couple of days and just started doing it for a bunch of
Okay.
things. So, what worked well were my covered calls expiring this week. The issue is I got a little aggressive and started doing like Tesla and Palantir and a lot
Okay.
of stuff
Oh,
like
because you wanted ones that get more premium.
I wanted more premium, but I put them far out. Like Tesla was like
Okay.
360, but
Mm.
expiring in like September. I
Okay.
don't remember which date. Same thing with Palantir. It was like
Yeah.
185. And I was like, these are never gonna
Mm.
hit in this time frame. And then today, I mean, they're all up like 5, 6, 7%. So
Yeah.
uh, a little bit. I'm a little bit not great on those. The Google one today was great
Yeah.
because it got like I'm happy that the price of Google went up because I have so much Google, but I also have one expiring next week, so I kind of needed to stay below like 212
Right.
and a
Yeah.
half.
No, I hear
So
you. Yeah.
it's a little bit more of a tricky. It's not easy. It's not free money.
I
It's
know.
it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
I did it. I haven't done it recently. I've done it like years ago, and it was kind of the same thing. I was kind of weighing like, what's the opportunity cost of me sort of having, capital tied up and getting that premium, but it's also like you got to choose the right strike prices where the premium is something worthwhile, because if you're overly conservative, then you're not collecting enough premium. So yeah, it's kind of like a fine balance. Um,
Um.
yeah.
Yeah.
What you were saying about ETH is that at the end of the cycle, there's a rotation from BTC to ETH, then from ETH to Solana, and then from Solana to the meme coins. So there's going to be this rotation at the end, especially when
Okay.
BTC tops at 150K, something like that.
Yeah.
And Jad, did you think that's gonna happen this? Do you think that'll happen this
No,
year?
100%.
This year?
I
Oh,
I I did all
2025.
my strategy is based on that, and
Okay.
it's already starting to happen. The BTC dominance went below 60%, and you saw how ETH rallied.
Hmm.
It's already happened, and you saw that BlackRock, they sold BTC to buy ETH yesterday
Hmm.
or 2 days ago, hundreds of millions. So yeah, I think
Well,
that's a
that
good
they're buying on
strategy.
behalf of their clients, and they're buying. The reason they're buying is because like they're buying on behalf of their clients, and I'm not even sure if like say like the treasury companies are buying. Like I don't know who that's going through. I mean, it's going through Coinbase. It might be going through like an institutional. So it's not like I mean maybe BlackRock individual like you know what I mean. It's just it's a lot of momentum, right?
Well,
So
still it's happening. It's still happening.
yeah,
But I'm
no, no,
not
I'm
doing
not saying
it. I'm
it's
doing it a little bit, but not
yeah,
on massive scale.
yeah.
Yeah, and the what about the Nvidia earnings next week?
It's gonna be a big one. I don't
Yeah,
know. I actually
I'm
don't
not
have
gonna
any
play
thoughts.
earnings. Sometimes I play it, but now I don't feel like playing it. I'm afraid that valuation has become too high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Nvidia. I mean I wouldn't be buying. I'm not buying it at this price at these prices.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
would buy
it's too
Nvidia.
high.
I actually have a small
120.
Nvidia short, kind of an accidental short that I got into, and then I kind of just decided to hold. That kind of was not a good idea. But it's fine. I'm kind of continuing to hold because at this point, like I do think 185, 190, maybe max 200 is
Yeah.
like Nvidia's top for really any time before like 2027, in my opinion. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna play the earnings. I'm just gonna kind of hold steady. I'm not selling my Nvidia shares. I'm not really doing anything.
At the end of the day, I learned that the best way to play earnings is to play after the day after. If it went down 10%, 15%, you can
Yeah.
buy. That's the
Right.
best
Mhm.
way
Yeah.
because you're safe. Like you're gonna win anyway.
Right.
I mean, that's what I was doing with like Novo Nordisk, just buying calls. The problem was it went from like well like 80 something to like 55 and then down to like 45. So I was like buying calls between 55 and 45. And now it's looking good because it's kind of on the way back up, but yeah, that is a pretty good strategy if the company is solid.
What do you guys think about Ben? I know that you purchased some UPS, like maybe like a day after I did. Um,
Mhm.
I was kind of looking into the deal they made with the Teamsters,
Mhm.
and I was trying to kind of calculate out, like, because they kind of have this deal until 2026. So I was trying to figure out the cost of, those new full-time employees and the conversions from the part-time to the full-time. And I mean, it's obviously like quite expensive. What I kind of estimated was like, to me, when I ran numbers, it seemed like they could counter, they're able to kind of counterbalance that with the amount of productivity and efficiency they're going to get from AI and automation. But it seems kind of it's close. So I guess what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like I felt UPS was like it was discounted enough for me to take some position in it, but it just seems so challenging in this environment to find anything that's like really like like a no-brainer like discounted company, and that I mean I felt like it was
Yeah.
close enough to take a position, but
Yeah, I mean the thing about UPS, I mean it just so it got so beat up, and I
yeah,
think automation would be a big thing for them. Um, so I don't see it going much worse. Like I don't think that I mean I don't think this stock that's gonna go crazy anytime soon. But I think it's solid. I'm not too worried about it. I think like the bottom is very close, if not in. Like I don't see how it could get worse for them really, unless like the COVID or something situation like that. Um, So yeah, in terms of undervalued companies, I mean, yeah, it's really, really tough. Like Zeta could make a case for it if you view it
And,
as more of like a SaaS company instead
and
of a
UNH is the best
UNH. I mean,
now.
I would say in the mid 200s was really easy buy. Closer to 300, I mean, still, I think it's still probably a buy,
Yes.
but I think we'll find out that a lot of other investors either dump their shares or average down significantly. So it's hard for me to say. Like, it'll probably 2x within 3 to 4 years, probably.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
I think
already a
Adobe.
good result.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd be very happy with that. I have a significant position. I think Adobe for me below 340 is kind of like a really, really big buy. Pretty much every time I'll just buy shares. But even at like 360 where it's at right now, I mean, I just think we'll see Adobe, it's a free cash flow machine. I don't think AI will disrupt it probably as much as people think. D-Lo, that's one I've been talking about a lot. I mean, I personally see it going to like high 20s, low $30 a share in the next like couple of years. And after they had a crazy beat on earnings and all the sentiment was good, it's at $15. So also potentially at 2x in the next like couple of years or so. So yeah, there's not like screaming obvious buys for the most part right now, like you're
And
saying.
also, I'm very interested in MP.
Yeah, I've been
It
holding
looks like
MP.
very, very interesting in long term.
Yeah, if you want to do research on it, some more research on it. I mean, I like it because
I'm
it's a
doing.
rare earth
I'm doing
company.
now research. Yeah.
Yeah, the batteries, the way they do the magnets for the batteries is for the robots. The robotics is really interesting. I mean, I've been in MP since about $20 a share. I think my average is like 21 or 22. I mean, it went absolutely crazy in like a couple months. It went from like 18, $19 to 79, $80
Yeah.
almost. So really, really crazy mover. But I am not. I sold a tiny bit. I sold like 5%, maybe 10% of my shares. Um, Probably gonna hold on to the rest because I think that could be a like generational opportunity
Yeah.
potentially.
I also think so. I also think so. After the the cycle ends, I think in November, I'm gonna rotate to energy and things like that, like rare minerals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of batteries, it's there's a small cap company that I invested in a couple of years ago, and it hasn't really done anything until now. It's not profitable yet, but it's something that I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on. It's this company called Solid Power, SLDP. So they basically are developing like solid state batteries for the EV market. And they're a little different because they use this like sulfide based electrolyte instead of the like volatile liquid electrolytes that the lithium batteries use. So basically, it's like they can provide a longer EV charge. They charge faster, and they're not flammable. And I mean, the company's still like it's small cap. They've made some deals with like BMW, Ford, and this like I think it's some South Korean company called like SK On. So they haven't used these batteries in like commercially sold vehicles, but they've tested them in like test vehicles. Like BMW had some like i7 test vehicle for this, and it's something like I'm keeping an eye on. I mean, it was like a gamble investment. I mean, the fundamentals are not there yet, but they might be onto something just because there is an opportunity for better better EV batteries.
Yeah, it has a lot of potential. It's very risky, but yes,
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah, that
And
one
what?
moved a lot this summer.
Yeah.
Wow.
right. Yeah, but I mean, for like 2 years, it did nothing. I mean, I was just like holding on to it. I almost thought it was dead. I mean, just, yeah.
And
That's why it's not those.
what about Rocket Lab?
I like Rocket Lab. I
I
got in
also
at
like
Rocket
it.
Lab the same day I got into MP, so it was also around 20 something 20 low 20s a share. I like a lot. SpaceX competitor alternative potentially. Sold very, very little, similar size I sold to MP, but again, it could be a generational play, so I'm just gonna have to hold and wait a few more years to kind of see how it all plays out. Unless anything comes up, but I like it a lot. I think SpaceX is, I mean, the private valuation is really, really crazy. I think it was like 500 or 600 billion. So obviously Rocket Lab is far away from that, but they don't do nearly as much as SpaceX. But we'll have to just see if they can kind of get
I
to that
can't
point.
wait for the SpaceX IPO. I'm not sure I'm gonna buy shares.
I don't know.
I hope we can actually get like a decent allocation on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys think it's gonna go like SpaceX? It's gonna IPO at like probably like 700-800 billion. Like how much? Where is it gonna go? You think?
I think just the fact
The
that
moon.
I think there's going to be so much hype. I mean, it'll be so much hype. Just the problem with these IPOs is it's the 30-day hold. Like that's the kind of IPO that like it'll definitely like pop. I mean the day of, but then I don't know. I just feel like there's just enough like hype behind it, and
Yeah.
it's Musk, and like.
Well, you take your 2x, 3x, and you get out now. What
Yeah.
else do you need?
Yeah. Did you guys get into bullish and did you guys sell?
I wanted to do it, but didn't have time since I'm working, unfortunately. But
So I
next
I
time,
got into it. Not many shares, but I mean I'm still holding it, and I'll sell it when like the 30 days are up. I mean it's still up like I don't know, like 90% or something. And did,
I'm
did
in
you
the
you
same
you sold out of it, Ben?
No, I'm in the exact same. I'm in the exact same boat as you. I was planning on selling it, and I was literally putting an order in for 115, and it missed. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to sell for less than like 110. I put an order for like
Uh,
111, and then
yeah.
gone down. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to sell for less than 100. So
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
yeah,
Like you try to put a
no,
limit order in, but it's moving so fast, and you just keep
yeah.
losing. Like,
Because of the
I,
30-day rule, I was like, I don't really want to.
I think
I
you
didn't
should
really want to.
sell. Really, I think you should sell.
No, I mean, I think with the crypto stuff going crazy, I'm kind of okay with holding it right now. I think we'll see 100 plus again. I feel decent about
my
that.
my concern with them is like, so I did a lot of research into it like before the IPO, and it seems like it's like a solid company. It just that they do hold a fair amount of Bitcoin, not only for their own investment and because they stand behind it, but they also need it in order to ensure that there's no slippage. When these institutions are doing like massive transactions, they want to ensure that it executes for the price that the institution wants to execute at. And to do that, they have to sometimes kind of front their own Bitcoin to make that transaction happen and avoid slippage. But Jed, you're saying that you think Bitcoin will stay strong throughout 2025? Like you don't think that it's gonna
Until October, November.
until okay, because well,
Yeah,
yeah, because I mean, as long as it holds, then I think bullish is fine. It's just that when Bitcoin drops in value, they're going to take like a temporary hit on their balance sheet because
yeah.
that's just the nature of if you're going to hold that, it's.
What's interesting in the book I read, Super Cycle, they say that every year after the top, there are scandals like FTX or Mt. Gox in the beginning, because
Oh,
when it goes down, it's like Warren Buffett said, when the tide goes out, you see who was swimming naked. So
oh
you'll see
yeah.
all the scams, all the things, and it happens every 4 years, and it's gonna happen again because for sure
Okay.
there are scammers now, etc. But you cannot, since we're at the top, you cannot see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's definitely obvious things. There's some probably unobvious things we don't even know about. But I mean, I like that they carry Bitcoin on their balance sheet because again, I'm still my prediction always has been, and I've been like super consistent about it, like 120 to 175 is going to be
Yeah,
Bitcoin's top.
exactly,
Now
exactly.
that we're here, I think it'll be closer to 150, 175.
Yeah,
But it that it's not set in stone. Like that's based off market conditions. Like we're at 122 and things are we were at
exactly.
120
That's what was written in the book, Super Cycle. It's 190, and according to macro, it's 20% less or 20% more. Exactly what you said.
I didn't even know that. That was just my estimate based off of like just how I don't even know how I thought about that.
It's
It
going to
just,
be 3 times the halving price. That was 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think there's some other factors like a lot. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
tough
the
to say,
macro,
but
macro, of course.
yeah.
And if the micro strategy goes into the S&P 500, it's going to be a huge pump.
Yeah.
And they get the decision in September or in December.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will say MicroStrategy I think is like honestly I think MicroStrategy is gonna I'm just kind of going on record right now. I think something's gonna happen where MicroStrategy either doesn't buy where people expect it to buy, or like the worst case scenario, it sells even one Bitcoin.
Yeah, during the bear market, that's gonna happen when it goes down 60%. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it will happen.
Bitcoin would drop beyond belief. Like 40-50% would be
Exactly. That's what's gonna happen. Trust me. Remember this.
would be good. So if we hit 150, 160, 170, we'll probably back at like 70, 80, 60 again.
Yeah,
which I'd be happy with.
We will.
So I'd be happy to buy more.
But imagine that now during the bull market, at the top of the cycle now, we have corrections of 12%. So imagine during the bear market,
Yeah.
we're gonna have
Yeah,
20, 30
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, and it because of again it's a Ponzi. Like MicroStrategy is just running a Ponzi
For
scheme.
sure it is. For sure it is.
Like again, I don't have any. I mean, it is what it is. It's just like if they don't keep buying and people are like, "Oh, MicroStrategy's not buying. Why would I be buying?" Like think about it. You're another institutional and MicroStrategy isn't buying. Why would you be buying? So if they don't keep buying, it signals a really negative. Like if MicroStrategy misses a buy, I'm just gonna start selling pretty much all my altcoins like within that next few days. Before everyone else realizes, like even if there's like a 5 or 10% correction, because I think them not buying will be like a smaller correction than if they sell. If they sell, like I would have to just sell everything except for Bitcoin, probably right
Yeah,
away.
it's gonna mark at the top, and my goal is just to exit within 20% of the top, not to time the exact top.
Yeah. Are you guys still accumulating Bitcoin?
No,
At this point, it's like it's too close to.
You just
I buy every day. Yeah, I buy every day automatically.
Nice.
Oh, you do? Okay. You're just dollar cost averaging, like. I mean.
Yep. Just because the risk to reward, I don't want to. Again, if say like this happens, right? Bitcoin goes to 160, 170, 180, rips to 210, 220. At that point, I mean, everyone who's like, oh, it's going to go to 180, 190, 200, and then go down is like, maybe this doesn't go down.
Yeah,
And then 240, 250, like the risk to reward of not having Bitcoin at that point becomes really high because 250, what's 250 to 350 or 500? Nothing. It's already so crazy.
But the cycle of fear and greed cannot be stopped every time. At some point, it stops going up.
Yeah, but it's like it's a hedge. It's a secure. Like I would not be surprised if Bitcoin hits $1 million in the next decade or two.
Yeah,
so not save
it will.
partial
I think,
part of my money in
but
Bitcoin.
not now. But not now. Now it's gonna stop in max 100 max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, awesome, guys. I got to wrap this up sooner. I got a few things ready for Shabbat. I'm sure you guys
me too.
do.
Cool. Yeah.
So it was nice talking to you. And good luck.
Yeah. You too, guys.
Likewise. I'll see you guys in the chat.
Shabbat shalom. Have a good weekend.
Bye bye.
See you.
Bye bye.